Hey, it's Tyrone Jackson, a wealthy investor, and in this video, I want to talk to you about investing in sectors. Investing in sectors. If you're new to the stock market or old to the stock market, the one thing you want to own are stocks that have the highest probability of going higher. Now, for some people, that means investing in a particular sector, like the airline sector, the auto, the banking, or the housing. For some people, it's investing exclusively in technology. Now, the approach that I really like is to teach you how to invest across the market, not sector specific. And I'm going to tell you why you want a broader, more balanced portfolio. Sometimes you may have heard of someone saying, hey, is my portfolio balanced? That basically means, do I have a wide range of stock in each one of these sectors as opposed to one particular sector? And the sector that I'm going to show you and focus on today is called the auto sector. And this is why I never recommend that you invest just in one particular sector, because most sectors are linked to the economy. Now, we're going to look at this first stock, General Motors here, ticker symbol GM. We all want stocks that have a tendency to go higher, right? And if you look at the 5-year chart here of GM, 5 years ago it was about $16.97. You see that the stock rose here, and then it started to give, and then it rose again, and started to give, and it rose again. So basically, you see this trend line here. If I were to invest in this stock or pull this trend line out, it would basically be neutral, right? It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. So basically, after 5 years, here's a company who really hasn't moved that much. The reason I don't like to be sector specific, and particularly the auto sector, is because this is very much linked to how well the economy is doing and how well the banking sector is doing. Can they loan money for people to buy cars? Take a look at Ford, ticker symbol F. A lot of people say, Tyrone, I want to own the stock because it's cheap. And my response is, yeah, but it doesn't move. Why? It's in a weak sector. Big deal if 5 years ago you could have gotten the stock at around $8.31. It peaked up at about 14, gave back, then tried to rise again about 15, then pulled back, and you see that it's been in a downtrend ever since. This is why cheap stocks aren't always the best stocks to own. Even though you feel like you could buy more shares at $11.12, notice the downward trend, right? Let's take a look at another stock in the auto sector, which is Toyota Motor Corporation, ticker symbol TM. Now, this is really interesting because 5 years ago, the stock was around $74 a share. We've got a peak up here at about 132. Then, just like all of the other auto stocks, it rose up again, and then it gives, and now it is in a downward trend. There's a lot of innovation going on right now in automobiles, but you notice, just if we're just looking at the stocks that we're actually choosing right now, not a good sector to be in. Remember, you want to invest your money across a broad range of sectors, and the one that I really like and I've been talking about a lot now is the semiconductor industry. Now, let me talk about what's going on in semiconductors, because you're not going to find a lot of talk about this on the internet or someone's blog. Semiconductors are computer chips that go into things like handheld devices, your cell phone, your remote control, radios, video games. And these semiconductors basically help to regulate the flow and the speed of electrical current and information inside a handheld device, for example. This is a hot sector to be in. So if I liked investing and my goal was to make a lot of money in the stock market, I'd want to own some stocks in semiconductors and then other sectors that are equally as hot. One of the stocks that I really like right now is a company called Texas Instruments, TXN. You might notice it actually from the calculator people, but they do a lot more than just calculators. They're very successful at forming alliances with companies that are innovating in the device area and getting their semiconductors into those devices. Now look at this. This stock is about $25.52. You see, the 5 years ago was about $25.52. That's because the semiconductor is hot, it is hidden, and not a lot of people know about it. So here, just 100 shares for $2,500. Look at where the stock is in 5 years. It keeps rising. It's got a little bit of a pullback, and then all of a sudden it just explodes to the upside as marketers discover handheld devices. And this stock is currently at $79.57. So imagine 100 shares, if you purchased when the stock was 2,500, is now worth $7,900. $25,000, right? 1,000 shares is now worth how much? $79,000. What you want to do is learn the hottest stocks in each sector so that your portfolio is balanced and you are always in upward trending stocks just like this one. So what do I want you to remember from this lesson? The semiconductor segment or sector of the stock market is doing much better than, let's say, the autos. Even though there are semiconductors in automobiles, this chart reflects earnings, stock performance, and sales, which is called top line revenue. Remember, I want you to be in the winning sectors, the winning stocks, and to be balanced. So watch this video several times if you need it, because this is the kind of financial education you're not going to get anywhere else on the internet. And for those of you who want to know what the stocks are that I'm owning right now, or I recommend that you own, start your membership right now at WI Trade School. It will help you every single week as I talk about specific stocks, their performance, and make recommendations just for you. And guess what? I like stocks that are upward trending over a 5-year period. Don't waste your time doing, endless hours of research on the internet. Join me at WI Trade School and you can get all this information firsthand on the winning stocks. Remember, I'm always here to help you. Click the subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos like this of an educational nature, because the goal is to help you become financially successful sooner rather than later, trading and investing in the stock market.